Hello, friends, and welcome to your weekly meditation. Um, Crystal Joy Johnson of CJoy Yoga. I think all y'all know that at this point in time. We are going to be doing a Tonglen meditation. And I've made some of those recently because I have been doing it pretty intensely every morning for probably about 4 months. I saw it as a recommendation from Pima Chodron and Sharon Salzberg that during this time of COVID and just with everything going on, it's a great way to build loving kindness and compassion to move through this with a little more ease and grace. And so I have been doing that. And the beauty is that I was in the middle of that intense practice when Dooley got lymphoma, right, was diagnosed with lymphoma, and helping him caretake him this past month and helping his passage. So I think that is just divine timing. Sorry, moving a sandbags Hunter was sitting on. But I think that is divine timing that here I was being brought into this so that I already had the practice established. And boy, oh boy, it has helped me immensely as I've been going through this process of grief and grieving and loss. And so it helps me in many other ways, but this is just the most current thing. I made a shorter video of it for my friends who don't have more like 20 minutes, but I'm going to do a slightly longer version of it for those of us who do and would like to sit for a little longer with that. So find your upright position, your elongated spine, sitting in a way that helps the communication channels stay wide open between the body and the brain and the body, but also in a way that's relaxed. Yeah, can you have both of those things at one time? In yoga, right? That is stira and sukha. Stira Sukha Asanam. Check into the physical body, dropping inward a little deeper, but also, right, noticing if there is tension that you can let go of. Maybe you don't notice just the tension or the pain or the restriction. Maybe you also notice areas of your body that feel really open and light. Maybe there's an area in the body that just feels wonderful at this moment. Bring the awareness into the breath. And hopefully we have that belly so soft that we have the soft belly breath engaged. And I say engaged, but remember, we don't try to make this breath happen. We simply allow it by softening the belly. And we'll try to keep that breath going through the rest of the meditation in its natural rhythm. You don't have to control it, you're just noticing. And now I want you to imagine that there is a being that you love, and that can be yourself too, who is suffering. And I've done everything from trying to help my cat with lymphoma, right? And his suffering. I've done it for myself and my suffering around him and other things, my mother with her cancer, etc. So find someone whom you love, a being you love. Right? And every time you inhale, imagine that you can breathe their suffering in. And take a little bit of that suffering away from them. And then I want you to imagine that every time you breathe that suffering in, it goes to your heart center that center of unconditional love, right? One of the lessons to learn in this lifetime. And that beautiful center of unconditional love, it transforms that suffering. So that every time you exhale, now you'll exhale peace and ease to your loved one. So again, every time you inhale, you're going to inhale their suffering as if you could, and transform that in your heart into peace and ease, and exhale, sending them peace and ease and relief. And now we're going to widen that circle. Whatever your loved one is suffering with, whether that's a medical condition, a disease, right? Something emotional. I want you to now imagine every being who has ever suffered from that. And imagine that when you inhale, you can breathe all of that suffering in as if you could, right into your heart. That center of unconditional love transforms that, and you exhale out to all beings who have suffered from that. I'll call it condition, peace and ease and relief. So just widening our circle, making it a little more inclusive. Remembering that we are not the only ones who are suffering, nor is just our loved one, right? We have a special club we join. I'm laughing at that because I just joined the you have to make the decision when to euthanize your animal club. I didn't realize how strong it was. Yeah. So remembering that all of those other people who've suffered from something similar are there, breathing in their suffering, transforming it, and breathing out peace and ease. And now let's widen that circle even more. And let's include all beings everywhere. Right? So all of humanity, even those people that we struggle with, who are challenging to us, that we don't agree politically with, who have hurt someone we love or ourselves. See if we can add everybody in, including Mother Nature, including the rainforests that are being raised for pastures, including, right, all of it, all of the animals. Because essentially every being is suffering in some way. And if we could relieve that suffering, right, wouldn't we all have a happier existence on this planet? So breathing in the suffering of all beings everywhere. And you've got an incredibly powerful heart that is connected to Source, to the divine, to God. And you do have the power to transform that suffering into peace and ease and relief, and breathing that back out to all beings everywhere. And we'll continue to do that to the end of the meditation. Every inhale, we breathe in all beings everywhere suffering. We transform it, and we breathe out peace and ease and relief. Can your heart open? Can it widen? And taking in our suffering and other people's suffering, can we open our heart? And can an open heart equal compassion? Bring your awareness back to your belly, back to your breath. Let's bring our hands together in front of our heart. Inhale. Exhale. As you bow your head into your heart, just take a moment with the awareness in the heart center. You can even gently tap your thumbs against your heart center. You can continue to tap them or just place them against the heart center. And just taking a moment, again, just acknowledging that this heart center is connected to Source, right? It's the birth of our spirituality and our spiritual life. And as we move a little deeper onto this path called life, this is where compassion, empathy, forgiveness, love, unconditional love, all those beautiful, beautiful things it means to be human, they live in here. And I'll just add one more thing. There's Roshi Joan Halifax talks about having a strong back and a soft front, right? Knowing who you are in this world, being able to draw boundaries to make sure that you take care of yourself and those around you, your loved ones, but also letting that whole heart be open and be vulnerable, right? Your back is so strong that you can be, so that even if someone disagrees with you or someone doesn't like your opinion or someone that you want to love doesn't love you, you can still leave that heart open, so that even when a pet passes, you can still leave that heart open. Namaste, friends. May you be well, and may your heart be open to whatever presents itself in your day and in your week. Thank you, friends.